Hello, devlog time. I basically just missed a week of videos because as of scripting this, I'm still making the last video that will be up today on the Real Game Company's channel because I got a job. Like I said before, I've been using my savings to work full time on my dream game and that ran out. So here we are. Getting a job was the last thing I wanted to do because I've seen so many people lose their dreams and give up because you need rest, and after working a full-time job you have this tiny little amount of time left to make a game. And I was scared. I still am. But I've noticed after getting home from my part-time job, I can't help but get excited again to keep on making the game. It's making me push even harder. This is good and bad. But I've also wanted to show my friends and you that you can achieve your dreams without a job. And I still believe that, but I'll add to it. I will show everyone that comes to me you can achieve your dreams with or without a job. I've already sunk years into this and I am still chasing my dream because I want to motivate people to chase theirs. But that why, the motivation, remember this, inspiration is temporary. Motivation is the key. The why you're doing it will keep you going way further than an inspirational video. But if I need to do the last thing I want to do for this dream, I'll do it with a smile on my face. So come join me and make what seems impossible a reality. Make your dreams real. This is Extra Human, my dream. And oh, I guess I answered my question if my dream just died with a big fat nope. I've actually gotten a couple steps closer to it. So right now I am making a demo for the game. So far I've got some cutscene prototypes, some dialogue scripted, a switching mechanic, gave Reef some superpowers a little while ago, and in this video we'll be making the enemy have an aggravation system so the logic looks less dumb. Then give him some stalky logic and then get some more cat shark specific behaviors for that enemy type. So whenever the enemy misses you right now, it kind of just goes. So the first thing I need to do was add drag, which did nothing. So after some examination, aka staring at the values, and I've watched them just zoom past like a lot of times, as I watch the aggro timer, which is meant to start if an attack misses you, isn't starting. That is when I realized in the last video, I mentioned where you can find that within the first 10 seconds of this video. I had a lot of trouble finding out what an I enumerator actually is and set up the logic for it with specific timer stuff between 350 lines of code for the enemy. So I gotta copy what I just did. We got some time ticking thing, yep. And when, what? Oh right, okay. And it broke. So while I'm trying that out again, you might have realized there's a lot of area above and below you because, you know, this is an underwater game, not just you sitting on one plane. So to survive, you're going to need to adapt and predict the movement of a horde that can fully utilize the Z-axis. And then they'll try sneaking up and brutalizing you. Nearly got a fix, but I'm just gonna put it out there. There's a lot of depth to this one. I'm gonna say a lot more than most third-person games available now. And good luck. You only have 4 hit points here. Yes, I have giant nostalgia glasses when it comes to Ratchet & Clank, even though Insomniac themselves broke the 4-hit system in the same game. Having the low amount of health does make the threat of enemies equal regardless of the implied danger, but that means as you grow you will have an extremely noticeable boost in skill. It will be your skill and improvement that gives you the ability to assert dominance over this game. not just leveling or tedious grinding. You will be able to level or grow, but not from simple XP and grinding. I don't know what I would do for difficulty yet, but I am not going to just change the damage and health values. That's not difficulty. So I still can't figure out the implementation for this. So come into my code dungeon. How do you check when a variable is changing for one specific use case? Or how do you check when a function is being active, has been active? I don't know. Idea. I put the logic in the damage function itself. So when it's hurt, start a timer and then check outside of this method for if the timer is above a certain number. That is different for every enemy. And for every attack within the timer, add more aggravation with consideration to how much damage has already been dealt. Woohoo! And I'll do the same for when an attack is dodged. That itself is defined by if a target was acquired and you're inside the range to attack, but you are not inside a hittable range. See, surprisingly simple. For those wondering, I've barely had to use the math I was taught in school for this logic actually. Basically had to relearn how to solve problems though. So for anyone wondering, unless you want to like ace roller, you don't need much math outside arithmetic and the ability to spend time comprehending something like, I don't know, quaternions or 40 space. Anyway, the check isn't triggering, and I noticed my mesh type check from the last video doesn't compile right. Maybe because I crammed 5 arguments into one line of code so I can conserve space. I don't know what else to check other than the logic. I just had an idea. Now you can hurt the enemy. Woohoo! It was working before, but okay. Let's just put the collider script from the previous videos onto the collider object itself, and okay. Well, one plus is I figured out the start quarantine. It passes as a string, and I overcorrected on syntax, adding quotations to the end to make the variable itself a string. That was unnecessary because it just accepts the thing as a string normally. I know the timer will trigger under the right circumstances. I just gotta fix the rest of it. I realized the attack ball is triggering before the chase, and it's trying to attack wherever it happens to be looking right there. Yeah, that's just because of me. The target is assigned to when they start chasing, and in the attack thingy I just said attack forwards. You see the problem now. So little change to the target assigning, and then it will attack when it should. And nope, it's still doing the same thing. I also forgot to update the other attacks. That would do it. I've been deving for 4 years now in total, and I still make these small little mistakes, but that is okay. Still no. Okay, what? And there's a second behavior, ignored. Okay, made a few more little changes, like a tiny little pulse dodge. It's not helping. Depending on the instances, they do this. But in the same play, one worked really well. I mean, look at this, goes relentless like. I want to kick its little head away from it. Damage and aggro still isn't working. Alright, we'll do little steps. As long as we keep moving towards it, then we are making progress. It's a guaranteed success, just a matter of time. And this sweet progress is a very nice short-term reward. Alright, time for dinner and skateboarding.
Yo, what's up? This is Declan Dunn, and I'm going to show this fella how to do a kickflip. I'm going to get it first go, mate. I'm going to hit it now, ready? that out. I'll go back and watch. First try.
Yeah, slick is very nice.
Yeah! Oh,
Yeah. Yes, sir. One more. Yeah. Perfect.
So I didn't land it, but I'm getting there. Now back to code because it's still not working. Damage is back though, and it turns out I missed some parameters that were getting nullified because I did a second aggravation trigger when you get hurt. It will be even easy to test now. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. The quarantine was overcorrected again because of the plastic backtracking. So now the problem's fixed. There's no interruption. It works. Yeah, buddy. I need to check that attack speed actually increases because according to script logic, it will. Speed? Yeah, little too much. Okay, this enemy seems a little trivial on its own, but in a swarm, you stand there and make a slip up, you're dead. But before I can bring that in, we need to significantly shorten the initial cooldown, and it looked like that was already happening, but I don't know, maybe a placebo, mayhaps. But we can piss off enemies now, woo! And cooldown, oh yeah. Now to double the rate of fatigue build, and obviously as fatigue builds, cooldown will also increase exponentially up to a maximum value. Also, there's a boost in everything for when the enemy hits max rage mode, like a super mode, and in that case the fatigue will be temporarily reduced as well, but they wear out a lot quicker because of this and will take longer to recover. So while I'm implementing that, tell me, what do you think of giving this a more visual feedback, like a guard effect in Sekiro or another Crab's Treasure? Bad examples for what I'm going for considering the genre, and you can still hurt these guys when they have their guards up, but you know what I mean. Then making them hit this aggro cap or stunning them in the middle of an attack will give you some nice juice. Don't know where to go with it from there though, so any ideas? While you type them out, I'm just going to keep on going with the fatigue setup. But this video is about to get long, and the schedule readjustments needs to make some space. So I'm going to end it here, and next week I'll show you the fatigue system that I have already built. So I wish it was out already too, but it gives me more time for a more cohesive video, so it'll be worth it. Okay, bye bye. Now to edit the crapples out of this.